Ang ating kasunod na guro ay nagtapos ng kursong Bachelor of Secondary Education, major in Mathematics, at kasalukuyang nag-aaral ng Master of Arts in Mathematics Education sa Rizal Technological University. 7 years in the field of teaching, a mathematics coordinator at Addition Hills Integrated School. Batang MANDunong, samahan natin at tayo'y matuto kay Ma'am Joam A. Salho.
Maraming salamat, Sir Lori Bendigamo. Nagpapasalamat din po ako sa Project SOAR sa pamamagitan ng aming Education Program Supervisor, Sir Resty Rodelas, at sa aming very supportive School Principal, Ma'am Gigi G. Bolyanday. Teachers, home learning partners, at lalo't higit sa inyo AHISians at Batang MANDunong, magandang buhay! Handa na ba kayo? Samahan niyo ako ngayong araw. Tayo ay nasa week 4 na ng series of online academic reviews of mathematics. Make sure nakahanda na ang inyong module, notebook, at ballpen.
Today, we will be discussing arcs and central angles. Our objective for today is to apply these proven theorems to solve the unknowns related to chords, arcs, central angles, and inscribed angles. But first, let us review some parts of the circles. So, that line is what we call the radius. And that line is what we call the chord. When we say radius, that is the line connecting the center of the circle and the circumference. And chord is a line touching the circumference of the circle at 2 points. Another, that is what we call the arc. When we say arc, that is the part of the circumference at the edge of a sector. Now, let us proceed to the theorems that will help us to understand the relationship between the arcs and central angles of a circle or any congruent circles. Theorem number 1. If two minor arcs of a circle or of congruent circles are congruent, then the corresponding chords are congruent. Now, if that will be the figure, then we can say that arc AB is congruent to arc BC. Now, since ang katapat ng arc AB ay line segment AB at ang katapat ng arc BC ay line segment BC, then we can say that line AB is congruent to line segment BC. Theorem number 2. If two chords of a circle or of a congruent, then the corresponding minor arcs are congruent. Now, if that will be our figure in circle A, if line RS is congruent to line PQ, then we can say that arc RS is also congruent to arc PQ. Remember that this is a converse of theorem number 1. Theorem number 3. If two central angles of a circle or of congruent circles are congruent, then the corresponding minor arcs are congruent. Now, angle MOP is congruent to angle BOA. So, as you observe, yan, dalawang angle na yan are both central angles. Now, since they are congruent, then we can say that arc MP is also congruent to arc AB. Theorem number 4. If two minor arcs of a circle or of congruent circles are congruent, then the corresponding central angles are congruent. So again, if that will be our figure, arc ME is congruent to arc AB, then we can say that angle MOP is also congruent to angle BOA. Now, central angles and arcs. Sabi nga kanina, the measure of a central angle is equal to the measure of the intercepted arc. So, if that will be a circle O, then ang angle YOZ, yan yung ating central angle. And then, etong nakapula, that is the intercepted arc. So meaning, ang measure ni angle YOZ, that is a central angle, the measure is 110 degrees. And arc YZ, yung pula, is also 110 degrees. Let's have another example. Line segment AD is a diameter. Find the values of x and y and z in the figure. Now, since line segment AD is a diameter, meaning this is 180 degrees. And arc AB is 25 degrees. Meaning, ang central angle niya ay angle AOB. So meaning, the value of x is equal to 25 degrees. Next, angle COD is equal to 55 degrees. So remember, si angle COD ay central angle. And its intercepted arc is Z. So meaning, Z is equal to 55 degrees. Next, given na si arc AB ay 25, arc CD ay 55, so ang wala na lang natin si arc BC at ang sukat ni angle Y. Okay, so sabi kanina, ang segment AD ay 180 degrees, then we can say that 55 plus 25 is equal to 80. And 180 minus 80 is equal to 100 degrees. So, meaning, x is equal to 25 degrees, z is 55 degrees, and y is 100 degrees. Theorem number 5. If two central angles of a circle or of congruent circles are congruent, then the corresponding chords are congruent. So, in circle O, if angle AOB is congruent to angle DOC, then line segment AB is congruent to line segment DC. Remember, etong red line, that is the symbol of congruency. And converse of Theorem 5 is Theorem 6. If two chords of a circle or of congruent circles are congruent, then the corresponding central angles are congruent. So, in circle A, line segment PR is congruent to line segment ST. Then, angle PAR is congruent to angle SAT. Our next lesson is relationship between arcs and inscribed angles. Inscribed angles, it is an angle whose vertex lies on a circle and the sides contain chords of the circle. So in that figure, angle DUB is our inscribed angle, and arc DB is what we call intercepted arc. Now, we have three cases to consider. Case number 1, the center is inside the angle. And on the figure, ang ating inscribed angle is angle ABC. Case number 2, the center is on a side of the angle. At ang ating inscribed angle is angle WTO. And case number 3, the center is outside the angle. So in that case, ang ating inscribed angle is angle NFU. Inscribed angle theorem. The measure of an inscribed angle is half the measure of its intercepted arc. Let's have an example. So, this figure, yung kanina sa ating unang example, angle DUB is an inscribed angle. And its intercepted arc is arc DB. So, if the measure of arc DB is 84 degrees, find the measure of angle DUB. Now, using the inscribed angle theorem, sabi kanina, kalahati ng intercepted arc ay ang inscribed angle. So, meaning, the measure of angle DUB is equal to 1/2 of 84. And that is 42 degrees. Let's have another example. Find the value of x and y in the figure. Now, as you observe in our figure, there are two inscribed angles, angle PSR and angle PTQ. Now, let us solve for the value of x. Now, we know, given that the measure of arc PQ is 40 degrees, and that is the intercepted arc of angle x. Therefore, in solving for the value of x, we have to get the half of 40, which is 20 degrees. Now, let us solve for the value of y. Now, given that the measure of angle PSR is 50 degrees, therefore, the measure of arc PR is equal to 100 degrees. Now, since arc PQ is 40 and QR is unknown, or which is that is y, so y is equal to 100 minus 40, and that is 60 degrees. Angle in a semicircle theorem. An angle inscribed in a semicircle is a right angle. Now, we know that the measure of right angle is 90 degrees. So, the inscribed angle 90 degrees is half of the central angle, which is 180 degrees. Another example. In circle K, line GH is a diameter, and the measure of angle GNH is equal to 4x minus 14. So, find the value of x. So, the angle GNH is an inscribed angle, and its intercepted arc is a semicircle. So, our equation would be 4x minus 14 is equal to 90, since GNH is a right angle. So, transpose negative 14, then that will become 4x is equal to 90 plus 14. And then, 90 plus 14 is 104. And then divide both sides by 4. Then x is equal to 26. Now, inscribe polygons. So, we have different figures of inscribed polygons. So, we have inscribed pentagon, inscribed quadrilateral, inscribed triangle, and inscribed hexagon. So in inscribed quadrilateral, if a quadrilateral is inscribed in a circle, then the opposite angles are supplementary. So, the measure of angle PSR plus the measure of angle PQR is equal to 180 degrees. Same with angle QPS plus QRS is also 180 degrees since they are supplementary. Now, let's have an example. Find the measure of arc GDE. So, in a circle C, our solution, since alam natin na si angle D and angle F are supplementary. So, tandaan natin na kapag inscribed quadrilateral, ang opposite angles niya ay equal sa 180. Now, isolve muna natin ang value ng angle F since ang angle F ay inscribed angle at ang kanyang intercepted arc ay arc GDE. So, angle F is equal to 180 minus 85 and that is equal to 95 degrees. So again, based from the inscribed angle theorem, ang measure ng inscribed angle ay kalahati ng kanyang intercepted arc. Or pwede ring 2 times ng inscribed angle ay ang sukat ng kanyang intercepted arc. Now, in our case, angle F is 95 degrees, so multiply it by 2. Therefore, the measure of arc GDE is equal to 190 degrees. Let's have another example. In circle F, if the measure of angle ABD is equal to 5x plus 3, and the measure of angle DCA is equal to 4x plus 10, find the following. Letter A, the value of x. B, the measure of angle ABD. C, the measure of angle DCA. And D, the measure of arc DA. Now, as you observe on the figure, the angle ABD and angle DCA are both inscribed angle, and their intercepted arc is arc AD. So, in letter A, we can say that angle ABD and angle DCA are equal. So, our equation is 5x plus 3 is equal to 4x plus 10. Combine similar terms, 5x minus 4x is equal to 10 minus 3. So, meaning, x is equal to 7. Letter B. The measure of angle ABD is equal to 5x plus 3. Now, nahanap na natin ang value ng x, which is 7. So, let us substitute. So, that will be 5 times 7 plus 3. 5 times 7 is 35 plus 3, which is 38. Letter C. The measure of angle DCA is equal to 4x plus 10. So, again, we already find the value of x, which is 7. Then, 4 times 7 plus 10 is equal to 38. And last one, the measure of arc DA. So, since ABD and DCA are equal, they are both 38, so their intercepted arc is arc AD. So, we have to multiply it by 2 using the inscribed angle theorem. So, 38 times 2, then the measure of arc DA is equal to 76. Thank you for listening.
Maraming salamat, Batang Mandunong, at sinumahan niyo ako ngayong araw. Muli, mga bata, laging tatandaan, maging matalino, matyaga, at mag-aral ng mabuti, dahil lamang ang may alam. Ang Batang Mandunong, walang maiiwan, lahat kabahagi ng bilang. Ako, si Teacher Joam. Thank you, stay safe, and God bless.